everybody. So recently I came across a video by, looking at my computer here, Rossman, and I've watched a bit of his stuff, mostly like his repairing circuit boards, whatever. And every now and then though, he brings up something like right to repair and other, important things that I think need to, or that I think, it's good that he's raising awareness. I think people need to know. Excuse me, the old throat's not doing great. I'm just doing this right off the top of my head here. Just about midnight on the 8th here. But yesterday, on Thursday the 7th, Lewis uploaded a video, and it's my friend Dude there, if you watch my older videos. He's got his security coat on and his vest, but anyhow, so Lewis uploads a video about changing his profile picture to Clippy, and I never had an operating system with Clippy, but I think it was probably 20 years ago that Clippy was an assistant. See, I remember Bonsai Buddy, doing all the crazy stuff, singing and swinging on vines across your screen. But Clippy was apparently something that came packaged in with Microsoft, and he makes some really good comparisons that all Clippy ever wanted to do was just help you, right? And even though it was baked in, even though there was all these things about, I think it was a browser or something that was baked in with the Windows, whatever version back then. The thing is, to get all the straight information, definitely go to Lewis's video. But, he makes all these comparisons though that, like, especially like tech now versus then, right? The editing software that I'm putting this together with, that's something that I bought even 6 years ago. I go to try and look for it now, and it's either, let's say this exact one, there's no option to purchase it. I can find it in the Microsoft store, but anything else, anything really, right? You don't own it. You can get a subscription to it. You can get a trial version, whatever, but you don't own it. Video games, whatever it might be, right? You just don't own anything, and you could extend that to vehicles, to whatever, right? But we're in this age where you got to spend these ridiculous amounts to own nothing. We don't need a blockbuster video, but why can't I just go to Walmart and just buy something, right? And so, yeah, I guess they have like those junk little clearance racks or those bins, right, for $5 DVD, $5 Blu-rays and stuff. But, there's a lot of stuff now that, I would say really needs awareness, right? It's, us versus corporate America. I don't know, right? Us versus the world. But anyhow, I just think it's something that I felt compelled to help spread the awareness and so on. And, so in turn, I changed my profile picture to Clippy. I think it's just kind of a fun thing too, right? Clippy's pretty cool looking. And the one thing he's saying is, one or two people do it, 3 people, 10,000 people, kind of like signing a petition, right? It helps show how many people are interested in standing up against all these corporations, all these evil things they're doing, taking our data and scraping it to not only target us with ads, but target us with malicious ads. He has one example he lays down right at the beginning about, let's say someone, a young woman, probably 25 and under, they delete a profile picture. Well, Meta will, and remember, Meta is WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, right? Meta will tag that user as, they've just deleted their profile picture. That must mean they're sad, or they didn't like the way it looked or whatever, and bombard them with targeted advertising for cosmetics and appearance stuff, right? And that's pretty crazy, because I've done all kinds of testing, right? Like, I'll talk with friends on various messaging app about, let's say WhatsApp, right? About circuit boards or something, tools, whatever, right? And boom, right away you got targeted ads popping up when you Google something or whatever. The sidebars and in between on news articles and everything. And so that's nothing new, right? To have targeted ads. But to have malicious targeted ads that prey on people in their darkest times, let's say, right? Let's say somebody's really down and out and, they're hanging on by a thread. And then they get a bunch of, bombardment of products and advertisements, whatever, that, push them even further down. That's not helping anybody. Other than, an attempt for these corporations to make more money. But, Anyhow, give Lewis's video a watch if you want to, of course, right? I think it's worth watching. Thank you.